NetJets officially landed in China this week with two formidable partners, a subsidiary of Hony Capital, one of China's most successful private equity funds, and the investment arm of the Feng brothers of Li and Feng fame.
For many years, we've been permitted to fly into China and out of China, but never within it. We are now able to manage B-registered aircraft. Those are aircraft registered in China. Before, we couldn't have done that.
You know, NetJets is known for pioneering the fractional ownership model. How do you see that evolving over the years in China?
Well, we intend to start with a charter model with these two Hawker 800s, the one we're on now and another one. We will supplement with whole aircraft management. We'll manage aircraft wholly owned by someone else. And then as the market matures and becomes larger, we hope to introduce something like a fractional concept that we've used in other parts of the world.
What are you waiting for?
We're waiting for a couple of things. The fractional model is built on a very, very flexible infrastructure, deep infrastructure, and a flexible regulatory regime. And the Chinese aerospace industry is just now opening up and starting that process. The biggest restrictions right now are related to infrastructure. Are there a sufficient number of airports? Are there a sufficient number of fixed-based operators? Are there a sufficient number of maintenance facilities? And it's really catching up rapidly. But it takes a long time to build things like airports. So I think that's the biggest limitation, and it's going to be a few more years before it's completely built out.
How big do you think your business in China can get? Any targets?
I think over the long haul it could be quite large. I've said in the past that it's possible that the Chinese market could surpass that of the United States. It's not a terribly big market today. There are roughly 250 aircraft in mainland China. Compare that to 15,000 in the United States. But we think it can be big.
Let me give you a quick tour. Cockpit behind me, baggage space on the left, little mini bar here. Let's take a look at what's inside. Assortment of sweets. I know that drinks, including alcohol. Bathroom at the back. This seats 6 comfortably, 7 if desired. And here's a little detail I like. Snack tray under your seat. So no immediate plans to add to this current 2-plane fleet in China.
That's right. We'll focus first and foremost on managing aircraft owned by others. And the time that we'd start to bring in aircraft that we own would be most likely the time that we'd think about introducing the fractional model or its equivalent.
In terms of wealth growth, you know, Indonesia, countries in Indonesia, Vietnam, I mean, those are of interest in Southeast Asia. Are you kind of looking at this as part of a whole picture in the region?
We are. We thought we would start in China. China's got great advantages in the sense that it's very large geographically. It's one regulatory regime, and the government had expressed an interest in fostering the business aircraft industry. But there are other places in Asia that are interesting as well. Indonesia, Vietnam, and so forth. And we would be looking there as well over time, but we thought we'd get started here.
So here we are in Shanghai, just under 2 hours. No long queues, no security check, just a little delay. This is the way to fly in China.